the last 5 years, huge companies, profitable companies like General Electric, Boeing, and Verizon paid nothing, zero, in federal income taxes, even though all of those companies made a combined profit of $78 billion since 2008. Now, here is the irony of all ironies. It is one thing to understand that the very wealthy are becoming wealthier while everybody else is becoming poorer. But it is another thing to understand that the people who have the money, the billionaire class, is going to war against working Americans. You would ask yourself, if you had $80 billion, do you really need to invest in the political process so that you can elect candidates who will give you even more tax breaks? Do you really have to invest in right-wing candidates who are out there trying to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, the Environmental Protection Agency, nutrition, food stamps, education? Why, if somebody has $80 billion, are they working so hard for more tax breaks for themselves and for more cuts for the middle class and working class in terms of programs that people desperately need? Frankly, I think this is not an economic issue. I think it's a psychiatric issue. I think it is an issue that suggests that people are simply power hungry. They need more and more and more, and I think that that is a very sad state of affairs. Where we are today is the very foundations of American democracy are being threatened by a handful of incredibly wealthy people who are saying, you know what, 80 billion is not enough for me. Yeah, I made 12 billion more last year. Not enough for me. I have to have more, and I'm going to get more tax cuts for myself. And in order to do that, we may have to cut Social Security. We may have to cut Medicare. We may have to cut Medicaid. We may have to cut education for middle-class families. You know, we are in a debate, Mr. President, as you well know, about whether or not we raise the minimum wage. My view, and I know your view, is that we should raise the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour so that every working person in this country at least can have a minimal standard of living. I have to say, and I think many Americans don't know it, it is not just that virtually all Republicans in the Congress are opposed to raising the minimum wage. The truth of the matter is that many of them want to abolish the concept of the minimum wage. The theory of the minimum wage is that nobody should work for below a certain wage. And for many of my extreme conservative friends, they think it would be perfectly fine if in a high unemployment area we abolish the minimum wage and people today were working in this country for $3 an hour. They were working for $4 an hour.